G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I've got a new mold to play with. I just got this on Amazon. I saw somebody, look, I didn't write down the name, I'm sorry. Oh, had to cough. I saw someone using this. I think this was the mold they used. Look, I'm not sure. But they ended up with these like circular blooms. It was so pretty. So anyway, I got something. It's I got a similar one. I don't know if it's the same. This is like, it holds, when you turn it over, it holds little shot glasses. And I thought I'm going to use this little pretty sticker for the center. If I can get it to separate. I always have trouble separating these. It came in a little packet of all different flowers. Got it. All right. Now, obviously, we're not doing sticky side down because I want the picture down. So I'm just going to pop it there and hope. So I'm going to put some alcohol on my fingers actually, and I can just spread that. Hopefully it'll stay. Because it's, you know, it's sticky on the back, but if I just pop some alcohol on my finger, I can just spread that. Okay, so anyway, doing the 3D bloom today. Now, because it's a bigger mold, and I'm going to have to pour it a bit deeper because these down here are deeper than up there, I am worried that my resin's going to kind of flash cure. This is the Let's Resin 4-hour. So instead of getting it to 35 degrees or 33, I thought I'm going to pour it at 30. It's already thick. I'm just worried that if I leave it any longer, it's going to flash cure. It gets much hotter in the middle than it does on the edges. So it's 29 and it's still going. So I'm gonna pour that out. So I've got a cup full of resin here. Hopefully, I'm hoping it's enough. Gosh. Like I said, the lower bits there are lower than the top bits. I did 125 grams of A and 115 grams of B, so I got 240 grams, which is about a cup. I'm going to put 20 grams in here. Then I can scrape the rest out. I was going to go for 30, but I don't think I'm going to have enough. I think 20 should be ample. Okay, that's 20 grams. Gosh, I might not even have enough to cover it. Because I was thinking, oh, how much resin do I need? And I thought, oh yeah, a cup will be all right, won't it? But look, you don't know. And I don't want to be filling it with water. And then I've got wet mold. Oh gosh, look at that bit of plastic there. I've got a wet mold. I'm just going to clean that off and let that resin hopefully spread out. There's a couple of little bubbles there that I'll have to get. All right, so that's that one done. Now I'll get my other glove on. Yeah, hopefully my sticker will stay stuck. I've got enough. Oh gosh, I haven't got enough to cover it. That's the only thing. I need a thin covering. And hopefully there's enough. Hopefully there's enough. It's a very thick resin, this one, the Let's Resin 4-hour. 4-hour cure. Let's go over here. Oh, I hope I've got enough. Too late now. I can't do anything about it now. I can't mix up anymore because this, you know, this is ready to pour in. So I can't mix up anymore. We're just going to have to go with it and hopefully it works. And then if it's a bit thin, I'll know for next time that I got to use a bit more. So it's only, oh gosh, it's only just covering that. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if this is going to work. Don't know. All right. So I'm going to drop my inks. I'm not going to torch because it's very, 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 very shallow on here. I don't even know if that's going to be deep enough for blooms to move. I have no idea. So anyway, I've got olive and navy, and I thought that would look pretty. Kind of match the flower, hopefully. So I'm going to go navy in the middle. So that's 10 drops, and hopefully that'll spread. These are Octopus alcohol inks. Oops. Hopefully it'll look pretty. Go a little bit further out because the resin does move from the outside in, and you do want it to kind of spread. And then the blue is going to shrink way down, so I'm going to put a little bit of extra blue in because it does shrink from the inside, from the outside in, and then you're not going to end up seeing any of it. So we'll do that. All right, so those are the little flowers I used. But yeah, look, I'm not confident this is going to work now that I know it's so shallow. All right, I'm going to use my bloom. So I've got 20 grams in there. So I'm going to use, how much? 2 drops. Let's give it a squeeze. Wait for the resin to come to the edge. 1, 2. That's it. Close it off again. Wipe the tip. And that is it. That's all we're going to do. Don't you hate it when you get those little dry bits, crusty bits from the edge of the bottle? Like they've fallen in. Gosh. Hate that. Oh, I probably haven't got time to go picking them all out. No, it's just going to have to stay there. I don't have time to pick them all out. Yeah, I want to, like I said, I want to get this done before the center starts to cure up. Give that a really good mix. And I feel it's getting warm. I'm a bit concerned about it now, you guys. It's not very deep on top. Those rounded bits, they're really probably only a couple of millimeters with resin over the top of them. So I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna, like the resin's gonna move and spread the way it normally does. You know, because it's not deep enough for the resin to move properly. It just might not. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Now, once your inks are in and they're settled, don't go adding more ink, okay? Because what will happen is, I'm just going to try and spread that tiny bit. Yeah, you don't want to go adding any more ink because the ink will start moving and it'll move your bloom with it. So once it's in there, don't touch it. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to cut about that much off. I'm just going to do it over here so I don't get it in my resin. Test it first. If you want it a little bit thicker, you can. I'm actually probably going to do more rows but thinner. Now I don't need to worry too much about my center because I've got that flower there. I hope I've got enough white to do what I want to do because I've cut it back to 20 grams now instead of 30 grams. So hopefully, well, hopefully it'll work. I need to push all that up again, give it another twist. Make sure you've tucked that plastic in so it doesn't get into your resin. And again, I'm always off center when I do this. Don't worry about if your, you know, your spirals are a little bit wobbly. It's not going to make any difference to the actual bloom because I'm pushing, I'm squeezing when it comes out it's a bit wobbly. It's got to get enough out just to do this last little bit here. like so. Oops. Okay, I think that's okay. It's a bit wobbly, but yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, you can see how that's spreading already. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my little stick here, and there's a bit of a blob there and a bit of a blob there, so I'll just even those out a little bit because they can be a bit heavier. I'm not going to see that. Gosh, I hope there's enough resin in there to move. I don't know. All right, so we'll look at it as if it's a clock. Actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go between the circles. I'm going to go in between each little circle, like so. Do you think it's going to move, you guys, or do you think it's not going to move? I just don't know. I just don't know. And then in the center, I'm just going to go out like that. I think that'll be enough. Probably don't need to do too much more. Like so. And the last one. All right, that'll do. Don't need to swirl it or anything. I'm going to give it like just a really, really light with my little baby torch, really quickly. Just like that, hopefully getting the bubbles out. Move! Come on, move! I don't know if it's going to move, you guys. There's just not enough resin there. I'm going to try and use my little heat gun and just try and push it a bit. Would have been so much better if I'd had more resin in, and then it would have actually moved. Just don't think it's going to move. Normally you'd see it moving already, but just don't know. We'll help it out a bit, hey? Oops, turning it off. I don't want to heat it too much, but I do want to just get it moving. All right, there we go. I don't know, you guys. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. It's a bit weird looking there. It's very, very, oops, it's very, very thin. Just, oh gosh. All right, leave it like that. I'm going to blow, oh no, I'll just leave it. I don't want to make it too hot and too thin. If it works, I'm going to put silver on the background. But I don't know, we'll see. This is looking a bit weird here. It's looking a bit weird. Oh gosh. All right. Wish me luck. I have no idea what it's going to look like. So, yeah, I don't even know if it's going to work. I will see you guys in a few hours. And, yeah, we'll put the background on, hey? Hopefully it'll do something. Right, this has cured enough for me to put the top layer on. What I was going to do, I'm not going to do because the bloom has spread so much that it's thinned out, and it's going to be very wispy and pale and sort of ethereal looking on the other side. So I just want to do a dark background so that we'll be able to see the petals. If you had a really opaque petal, you could put a lighter color on the background, but because it's going to be so transparent, the petals, I'm going to go with the darker one. So I've just mixed these two together. I've got some black pigment paste from Resin, and I put a big scoop of the silver Pearl-X in it, just to give it a little bit of a shimmer. I didn't want something totally just matte black, so it's got this ever so slight little sheen in it, and I think that'll match what's going on in here. So hopefully I've got enough. I only need a thin layer. We'll see how that spreads. Actually, I better not lift it up just in case it pops off. You always have to be careful that you don't dislodge your first layer. I'm going to use a little silicone brush because that's not going to hurt anything, and it'll just spread this resin out. I hope it's going to look pretty, you guys. Hope so. I couldn't believe how much it spread. Like my blooms, they've really spread out. So that basically this is all I'm going to do. Get the resin to go right up to the edges, like so. You can just push from the center there, and it, you know, push towards the edge rather than touching the edge, because then it might go up the side a bit, and you don't want that. So just push from the, push like that towards the edge, and it will level itself out. And then if you want to, you could give it a light spray with some isopropyl alcohol, because it's the back, so it doesn't matter if you get like watermark type drips on the back. No one's going to see it. This is going to be a tray. You can put little glasses in it, I guess. I don't know, just something pretty. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, turn it into a clock. Any of these sorts of round molds you can turn into clocks. Or you could just have it as a tray, or you could just put it on a plate stand and have it as a piece of art, whatever you want to do. All right, so that's it. We are covered. Now give that a light little spray with some isopropyl. Whoops, got a little gap there. Little gap. There we go. Close up. Close up. All right, so basically that's it. Now I've got to wait. I did use the Platinum 360 Plus because I know it's going to set up in, I'll be able to unmold this in about 6 hours. So yeah, hopefully it works. Cross fingers. See you soon. Righto, guys. It's time. It's time. It's cured. If I had to push my nail into it, would make a little tiny dent. So it's not fully cured, but I am too excited. You know the drill. You know what it's like. Just loosen the edges all the way around. Make sure that we're loose. I just did my nails as well, and they're a little bit soft too. Don't press anything into them. Okay, here we go. Oh gosh, super excited, you guys. Super excited. Now, if you're looking for this tray on Amazon, I think it's called, from memory when I was looking, shot glass holder. Oh, did we just look? I didn't look. I looked through the camera. Shot glass tray, shot glass silicone holder, something like that from memory. Oh gosh, it's still a bit bendy. Never mind. All right. Oh, we're ready. Here we go. I'm nervous. Do you think it'll be pretty? It's going to be very, very transparent, I'm sure. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, wow. Look at it, you guys. What do you think? It's so pretty. Do you like it? It's very different, isn't it? Pop it down. Oh, I better not put it down. It's still bendy. I like how, see how it's gone around the edges like that? Look at that. It's gone around the edges of that, because it's lower down there. See, you've got that little lip there. These round bits are all lower. That's where you put your little cup. But yeah, gorgeous little serving tray, isn't it? I don't know why it's still bendy. It has been cold overnight. It probably needs a little bit longer to cure. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love it. Love the flower. The colour of it matches so well with these. Even though this was olive, it's certainly got more of a yellow tone to it, hasn't it? Oh, really happy with it. All right, we'll just come over here. Over away from those bright lights for a minute. Oh gosh, no. Too many bright lights. Bright lights everywhere. We'll come over here. Away from all the bright lights. There we go. What do you think? Oops. Need to try and squish down with one hand. There we go. Zoom out. I told you it was going to be wispy, didn't I? Very wispy. So the petals have moved a lot from the outside edge. Very pretty. Okay. Oh my gosh, happy it's turned out. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to leave it there. And should we leave it there? We'll go back to the other. Go back to the other area. I've got natural light coming in here, and sometimes it can be a little bit glary. Go back over here. Okay, back over here. How's that? Okay, that's better. And I can say goodbye. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this little video. Grab yourself one of these molds if you'd like to do it with me as well. Otherwise, you can just use any coaster, I guess. And these little flower stickers look amazing. Really love it. Turned out better than I imagined. Okay, thanks again for watching. I'll see you all again real soon for the next video. Take care, guys. Bye for now.